Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Talib Bilal, faculty, FMG. So today I'm glad we have with us Dr. Sana Qureshi, Dr. Manaval, and Dr. Hari Darshni, who recently qualified the FMG December 2024 exams. So doctors, I congratulate you all from the whole team FMG. So
Thank you, sir.
today we are going to seek some answers from you guys so that those answers will help to the people out there who are coming for the FMG 2025 June exams. Okay, so you will be discussing your strategies, your plans, how are the things, what about your GTs, what about your rapid revision sessions, how AFMG played your role. So you'll be sharing your success story in a way so that it can be a survival guide to others. Okay, so before starting up, you guys can introduce yourself. Dr. Manuel first.
Good morning, sir. This
Good
is
morning.
Manivel, and I'm from Karur district, from Tamil Nadu. And I recently graduated from Gujjar College of Medicine from Philippines. I'm a current batch, 2024 batch. I appeared for this exam on January 12th, and recently I qualified the exam, sir.
That's very great in a very first attempt, right?
Yes, sir. This is
That's
my
great.
first attempt.
That's very great. Over to Dr. Sana Qureshi.
So, sir, this is Dr. Sana Qureshi, and I'm from Nagpur, Maharashtra, and I've completed my graduation from Yerevan Hebusak University, Armenia, in June 2024, and I gave my exam on 12 Jan this month only, and I've completed. I've passed my exam in first attempt.
That's very great. Again, a very first attempt. Congratulations to you. Over to Dr. Hari Darshani.
Hi, sir. Good noon. I'm Dashni. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I graduated from Yerevan State Medical University, Armenia, on July 2023. This was my third attempt. Because of AFMG and you guys, I passed this third attempt. I'm really very happy. That's it, sir.
Okay. So guys, can you tell me about your initial strategy? How did you guys start your preparations? Okay, Dr. Manaval first. What was the initial strategy for these exams?
I have started my preparation since my internship started, sir. Like from 2023, when we are going to the hospitals, whenever I get free time, I used to study from Marrow and I used to give some tests. But it was not a proper. It was not in a proper flow. So after completing my graduation, I started with the AFMG online, and that's the time I organized everything. And once the lectures were got over, I started my revisions. That's how I planned my preparations.
Okay, great, great. So, Dr. Manaval, while joining the AFMG online classes, how did you manage your time for the theory? For whole day, it was going to be an online class. Then how did you revise it and how did you solve your questions? What was your strategy for this particular thing?
Yes, sir. So I started from the AFMG in online batch. So I got some extra time, and during the classes, every time we have huge classes like 4 days, 5 days classes. And at that time, I only used to study those class subjects. And whenever I get extra time, I used to study the previous subjects. And only during night time, I used to give some question banks and some question reviews. That's how I used to prepare, sir.
Great, great, great. Okay, over to Dr. Sana Qureshi. What was your initial strategy? How did you start your preparations? And you were online batch student, right? So how did you exactly divide your time for the theory and then for the MCQs?
सर मेरी स्ट्रैटेजी ऐसे कुछ था नहीं कि मुझे यही करना है। मेरी स्ट्रैटेजी थी जो क्लास में चल रहा है मुझे आज वही पढ़ना है।
Okay.
जो आज क्लास में पढ़ाया जाएगा मैं आज ही कंप्लीट करूंगी, और जब वो सब्जेक्ट कंप्लीट हो जाएगा तो जब नेक्स्ट सब्जेक्ट जब चलेगा तो उसका मैं थोड़ा रिवीजन करती रहूंगी। दिस वाज माय प्लान। तो कभी कभी ये सक्सेसफुल हो पाता था, कभी कभी नहीं हो पाता था। कभी कभी आई गेट डिस्ट्रैक्टेड, कभी कभी आई गेट लेजी। बट फिर जब शॉर्ट सब्जेक्ट्स आते थे जैसे एनेस्थीसिया, एफएमटी, तो उसमें मैं मेजर सब्जेक्ट्स को कवर करने की कोशिश करती थी जो मैंने छोड़ दी हूँ। सो दिस वाज माय प्लान कि जैसे कोचिंग में पढ़ाया जा रहा है, जैसे आप लोग पढ़ा रहे हो वैसे ही पढ़ना है। आप लोग बोलते थे कि सेम डे पढ़ना है, वही करती थी मैं। आज का आज ही पढ़ के सोना है। भले ही मैं उसको लर्न ना करूं, बट आप लोग बोलते थे कि बस एक रीडिंग दे देना, तो वो मैं करती थी कि बस एक रीड करके मैं सो जाती थी।
Great, great. And what about your MCQs? How did you manage your time for the MCQs?
सपोज सर द फर्स्ट वन सब्जेक्ट इज ओवर, सो मैं उसका नहीं करती थी। जो प्रीवियस सब्जेक्ट में पढ़ चुकी थी, जैसे अभी ऑब्सकाइन ही चल रहा है, पिछले बार पीएसएम हुआ था, तो जो ऑब्सकाइन में पीएसएम की एमसीक्यूज में सॉल्व करती थी। मतलब कभी रात में आधा घंटा 1 घंटा बस।
Great, great. Okay, so when exactly you started preparing for these exams? Back from your university or once you landed to
No,
when you got an idea?
June 2024.
Okay, you started preparing from this
Yes,
era.
sir.
Right,
During
right.
my MBBS years, whatever the university was teaching, I was concentrating on that only. I was not preparing for FMG or anything. I was
Okay.
just preparing for my university exams. तो जो वहाँ सब्जेक्ट्स होते थे वो मैं अच्छे से पढ़ती थी। और फिर recently, now only in June, I started my preparation with AFMG.
Okay, and you did not use any other source. You were just stick to the.
No, only AFMG, only.
That's great. That's
It
great.
was
Yeah,
impossible
very
without
glad.
AFMG.
Very glad. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Over to Dr. Hari Darshani. Can you tell us about your strategy, about your preparations, how exactly you started and how exactly you manage the theory? Because eventually, whether the students are studying online or whether a student is studying from the offline, we usually have long classes, 7 to 8 hours of classes. Then how did you exactly manage your theory part, your MCQs and your revisions?
So before completing the 5 subjects or 6 subjects during the class, I will study every day. I will study what the staffs are teaching every day. I will learn when I came back to home. I will read all the notes and all the steps. Before completing the 5 subjects, I will take will take 1 hour or 1.5 hours to solve my MCQs. Daily, I will solve 25 to 30 MCQs. After completing of 5 subjects, I will start increasing the number of MCQs. Like at final exams, I will give 2 to 3 hours for solving MCQs, 150 MCQs or 200 MCQs. I will solve the MCQs. I will trust the source because I only follow the AFMG notes and I will solve questions with some Q banks like that.
Okay, great, great, great. So, Dr. Manaval, what role AFMG did play in your preparations? Because there are multiple platforms over there, right? So you might have been confused in the beginning which one to join, right? So how did you got to know about an AFMG platform and how exactly it helped you in your success?
Yes, sir. So according to me, particularly, my concern was first of all the fee structure.
Okay.
The other institutions like MIST and other institutions usually the fee structure is huge, and for me the online fee structure was affordable, and I just joined it.
Not
That's
only
it.
for you, that is for whole Indians, that whole people out there. The first thing we
Okay.
see is the fee structure. And then according to
Yes, sir.
that, whatever has been delivered. That's really true.
Yes, sir. And I don't believe in the like this institute will give better notes than others. So I just believed we can study whatever they provide, and I just did that. That's
Okay,
it.
great, great, great. So, Dr. Manaval, apart from the regular classes, AFMG has tests and discussions, rapid revision sessions. Followed by that, we have quick revision sessions. So, how did this play and role into your preparation?
Yes, sir. I attended all those things, and especially Dr. Romkar's classes, test and discussions, and the last QRS session, which the last QRS session gave me some around the direct 20-25 questions.
Exactly.
And that was great, sir.
Okay, great, great, great. Okay, thank you, thank you. Oh, to Dr. Sana Qureshi. So, how did you got to know about this AFMG and what role AFMG did play in your preparations?
Sir, actually my seniors told me about AFMG.
Okay.
And हमेशा तारीफ ही सुनी थी कि AFMG, बट फिर बहुत सारे लोग बोल रहे थे कि ये वाला ले लो, वो वाला ले लो, ये वाली कोचिंग, बट आई डोंट नो, माय चॉइस वाज AFMG ओनली.
Okay, great. And
I
what
have
about?
regret choosing AFMG. और
Okay.
अगर सर मैं अभी पास नहीं भी हुई होती, मैं फेल
Hmm.
भी हुई होती ना, तो मैं नेक्स्ट टाइम AFMG ही लेती.
Okay. So which part of FMG you loved the most, which played a very vital role into your preparations?
Notes and you
Okay.
faculties.
That's great. We are always glad to be a part of your success, because that's what our motive is, to help you guys to
Because
cross
the
this.
way you connect with students, with online students, especially you, sir, you are my favorite.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So before I will go over to Dr. Manuval again. Dr. Haridarshni, which part of FMG you love the most, and how exactly it played a role into your preparations?
Sir, it plays a major role in my preparation because for past 2 attempts, totally 3 attempts, I will follow. I had followed only the AFMG source, and you guys that rapid revision and especially your integrated session, I loved it, sir, because it was very helpful in the examination and direct questions are came from there. So you guys and Dr. Woomkar, really the QR session was also very helpful for me, and the FMG essential. They literally played a very major role because I every day attend the questions and solve the questions. And
Thank,
finally, I gave your mock test only, sir. That
thank,
gave me the confidence for giving the further exam. It was
thank you.
very helpful.
I'm glad FMG Essentials, along with the mock test that I have designed for you guys, will really help. And the same mock test we have already updated in our app as well. So eventually, this all out there, all the efforts, whether they are in the form of main notes, they are in the form of rapid revisions, integrated sessions, chantings, QRS sessions, all these are meant to play a role into the end, so that you guys will cross that finish line. Okay. So during this strategy, like Dr. Sanna and Dr. Manaval, you were the online batch, right?
Yes,
And Dr. Haridarshan, you're from the Chennai batch, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, exactly. So, my dear students, can you let me know about how many GTs you gave along with it in this preparation, and how GTs play a role? Dr. Manaval.
Actually, I gave. Okay.
Okay, okay. Dr. Manaval.
Mike.
Mic, turn on the mic, Dr. Manaval.
Sorry. So actually, I gave around 8 GTs from the beginning. So I started my first GT when I started from AFMG, like around at the month of around August, I think,
Okay.
at the end of August. But my score was long time. Hello,
Yes, yes, yes.
am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. So at the end of August month, I gave my first GT and I scored around 150. On 151, my score was 151. And at that time, I just finished my at around 4 subjects.
Okay.
And after that, every month I gave around 2 GTs. And I reviewed it for 2 days. It took
Okay.
time, and I reviewed every question, even the right ones and the wrong ones. I preferred wrong ones first, and then
Exactly.
followed by right ones, and that's how I used the GT, sir.
Truly, truly said, truly said. It's not only you attempt the grand test. It's what important is you review that grand test. You exactly
Yes,
see what
sir.
you are lacking. Now,
Yes,
if you're
sir.
just attempting a grand test, it's just matter of 3 to 4 hours. But after that, it should be at least 1 to 2 days for that particular grand test. They are not exactly 300 questions. There are 300
Yes, sir.
topics over there. So you need to understand, because the question is not that will repeat. It's the topic that exactly has a prediction to repeat again. Very well
Yes,
said.
sir.
Very well said. And what about you, Dr. Sana Qureshi? How many GTs you gave, and how should one student use these grand tests, and what particular time he should attempt these grand tests?
sir, actually, I started giving GT in the month of September.
Okay.
I was not confident enough. I used to think, let me complete this 12 to 13 subjects, then I'll give. So I wasted a lot of time in this. I'll complete this, I'll complete that. So I started giving in the month of September. And around 4 to 5 GTs I gave. And after giving GTs, I used to see the answers, where my mistake was. I used to do this. And FMG Essentials, I used to daily um, solve your questions daily. Your PDFs, your mock test. That page helped me a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that I've been the help. And what about Dr. Hari Darshni? How many GTs you gave?
Sir, actually, I gave 10 to 12 GTs, sir. I
Okay.
started giving GTs after completing 13 to 14 subjects.
Very
And I
good.
will solve and I will get some less marks only, but I will make some note. I make a separate note for that MCQ, which I was get wrong. So I will write the notes, like wrong questions in the notes, and before exam I will read the notes. It's the main thing because it was advice given by you. I followed this time. I
Good.
got passed this time too.
That's very great. That's very great. So, Dr. Hari Darshini, how much you scored before this attempt?
I scored this attempt I got 161.
Okay.
During my first attempt I got 148.
Okay.
And second attempt also I got 149.
Oh my God.
So the mistake was from my side. So I
Okay.
regret because during my first attempt I didn't solve many questions. During
Okay.
the second attempt also I didn't solve many of the GTs. So this time I will I regret myself and I do what are all I regretted. So
Okay.
this time I got the marks.
Okay. So, Dr. Hari Darshini, as you scored 148, then 149, okay? So there are a lot of students who will go on and watch this video. So what will be your message to the students who scored 148 and 149? Because the next attempt you give after 148, then 149, you are like, after 6 months, I'm only able to increase 1 mark. So what was your strategy? Because something you changed in yourself, in your
Yes,
plan.
sir.
How did you plan after scoring 149 and finally you scored up to 161?
During my first attempt, I got 148. At the time, I completed only a 13 subject because I didn't study from the initial. So I laterly only studied the process. So just 60 days, I only studied the 13 subject and I got 148. At the time, I came to know, okay, we want to start the process from initial, from starting month itself. And I want to solve many MCQs during the time. So second attempt, I got prepared from initial time. But at the time, I got very stressed and anxiety due to the some reasons I can't give the proper. But this time, I will do like I will speak to myself. Okay, this time we want to do, we want to study. So start the process from the initial month and do MCQs along with MCQs. For example, first cover the major subjects, 4 subjects like surgery, obscene, and
Okay.
medicine, and this PSM. So first started the major subject, then go along with that subject MCQs, then give MCQs regularly. Daily you want to give the MCQs because I will started in this time I will start like from morning 9 to 6 I will study the theory portion and the evening 7 to 10 like till bed I will give the MCQs. So like that I followed, but trust the source. First main thing, the trust the source and don't change the source. Trust the source and trust yourself and do the work consistently. That's the matter.
That's
So
very
don't get diverted. These are that.
that's true.
Be
That's true.
confident. That's
So
it.
after you scored 148 and 149, lot of thoughts in your mind. I should change the source. That's why I'm stuck to this.
Yeah.
Should I go for any other platform? Should I change to this source?
Mm.
So what makes you stick to the FMG?
Actually, I studied during my first attempt. I studied only 13 subjects.
Okay.
I studied only the AFMG notes.
Okay.
I didn't give that much MCQs during my first attempt. Even
Okay.
though I got 148 with alone the notes source. So I came to know okay the source was okay. I want to follow the same source, but I want to improve myself in other subjects which was a lag in the first attempt, like 7 or 8 subjects. I want to study the subject from the same source and I want to give some MCQs like that. So I improved that. So after second attempt, that during some stress, I can't come back from my first attempt fail. So I will think this and that. I get diverted over. So
Okay.
this time I plan myself and I speak to myself. Every time, every day, I will take 2 minutes and speak to me. Like I will speak myself. Okay, you have done this very good. Okay, next do tomorrow. I planned a schedule. This time I make a proper schedule and
Okay.
I arrange that okay this type of theory you want to complete and this type of MCQs we want to complete and I gave many GTs during this time sir. So
Okay.
because of GT I came to know what are the subjects I was lag and what are the topics I want to improve. So GT and MCQs will help this time, but we want to make a proper schedule during the preparation. So that's the main thing, and we want to do follow
Exactly.
consistency. Yes.
Exactly. Consistency and dedication is the key for this exam. Very truly said.
Yes, sir.
So, Dr. Manaval, so you were a fresher for this exam. So that too in an online batch. So ever felt that source is not enough? It's not sufficient. I should go and add on some more things or anything like that.
Actually, no, sir. My concern was whatever we study from the starting, we have to revise. So the
Ex-
source should be concise and precise.
Exactly.
So even though we can read whatever, we cannot revise all the things.
Exactly.
That is what my first concern was. So the source was very precise and revisable, actually.
Okay.
Um,
So
that is the reason, sir. My main reason I didn't believe uh, the source is not enough.
okay, great, great. So, Dr. Manaval, what are the subjects that become your strongest portion to score in the after joining the FMG?
Um, I I became strong in surgery and medicine, obsgyne and PSM, sir. The four subjects, the main four subjects, I became strong after joining
And
FMG.
okay, great, great. And during this preparation, during this all 5 months, it's a very long time, right? You have been through anxiety, you have been in a stress. So, how did you tackle this anxiety and all?
Uh, the stress was there, and my parents were there, and every day they ask, "Is it easy for you?" Everything was understandable. They were asking every day, and they were checking on me every day progress, and that is also one of the stressor. Someone is keeping eye on me, and they were expecting results.
Exactly.
And
You need that emotional support.
yes, sir. And I didn't focus on those things. I just studying day by day, and improved my scores and reviewed my GTs.
Great,
That's it, sir.
great.
My target was I fixed the schedule, and I couldn't actually complete the schedule, and I was chasing the schedule, and by the time was gone and the exam came. That's
Okay.
how the preparation was.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, Dr. Manaval. Over to Dr. Sana Qureshi. So you tell me about how exactly you tackle your anxiety and what are the subjects that played a very vital role into your preparations and what are the portions you were strong at after joining the FMG online batch?
Sir, PSM,
Okay,
obsgyne, biochemistry, pediatrics, radiology, um surgery, medicine, most every subject, sir.
great,
Most of the subjects.
great.
Uh, I used to feel very scared of biochemistry, PSM, कि मैं कैसे करूँगी, but FMG makes it so easy.
Great, great. So during the exams or during the journey, how did you tackle your anxiety? You might have been very anxious. Sometimes you would feel like, okay, this is my first attempt. You don't know how exactly the exam is coming.
Yes,
So,
sir.
and then the passing rate is not that expected, very low passing rate. So how did you manage all this anxiety and stress?
Sir, after studying, I was at home.
Okay.
So जब भी क्लास खत्म होती थी, क्लास खत्म होने के बाद, पढ़ने के बाद, आई यूज्ड टू गो टू मम्मी कि
Okay.
मम्मी मुझसे नहीं होगा. डेली आई यूज्ड टू से दिस टू हर कि मम्मी मुझसे नहीं होगा. आई विल गिव एग्जाम इन जून. I won't give now. Mummy was like, this is nothing. Even she don't know about MBBS. Even she don't know about anything related to MBBS, how tough it is. Nothing she knows. But she is like, you can do it. You can do it. This is nothing. This is just an exam.
Exactly.
Matlab, she used to give example of so many students. Ki learn from them. So I just that word. तू कर लेगी. You can do it. So
Exactly.
that keeps me motivated daily. Daily, I used to sit with her.
I can relate that how stressed you were before the results of I think 1 day before the results you were like, so what is the plan B? I'm not able to make it.
Yes, sir.
Right? And eventually you cleared it because you never know. So how about on the exam day? After giving exam, what was your plan? Like what you were thinking? Okay, paper kitna hard aaya tha? Will you able to make it? How stressful it was after the paper one? People were like paper one was a bit tough. It was a bit harder. So how did you tackle up in between paper one and paper
पेपर
two?
1 के बाद कॉन्फिडेंस चला गया था
Okay.
कि अब नहीं हो पाएगा.
Okay. Okay.
So during break, I met my father and I said to him कि पापा नहीं हो पाएगा. The paper is very tough.
But eventually हो गया.
But he said no. There is 150 questions still left. You can
Exactly.
do
The
it.
story is not over yet.
Yeah. So the exam is not over yet. So
Exactly.
you can do it. So this, my parents, sir, always they are like, no, you can do it. This is nothing. This is nothing. This is nothing. So
Okay.
that keeps me motivated. And during break, my father said 150 questions are still left. So
That's true. That's true. Exactly. So don't feel it like, okay, if your part one not goes in a way, so it's already part two over there. So if part one is a harder, part two, we are expecting that it will be a little bit easier compared
yes,
to
sir.
the part one. So
Yes.
always, unless and until you don't finish all 300, we cannot judge the exams, right? So Dr. Hari Darshani, you might have been more anxious because previous
sir.
two attempts, 148, then 149. So this time, what was the plan and how did you tackle your anxiety and what are the subjects that were becoming that key role into your exams?
Actually, during exam, ops, gynae, PSM, surgery, and mainly this time they asked the integrated like medicine and pathology. So these subjects, I will handle my stress and anxiety. Okay, if I feel low, if I feel I am not able to study, I will keep close my books and I will pray just for a minute. I will pray. Okay, I want to continue because it was my important attempt to me. So please make me to prepare that. Like I will say, and I will speak to myself, and after that I will divert something. So when the mindset came, I will start prepare. I don't waste the time. If I take a break, I will take break. If I start studies, then I will study. Don't divert this or that. So I will make that kind of.
That's great. That's great. That's great. So how many revisions you all guys had before attempting this exam? Dr. Manaval, how many revisions in total you gave?
Around 4 revisions, sir. I used to give 4 revisions from the notes which I prepared from AFMG, and also I attended the classes like the revision classes and the QRS session from Dr. Omkar, and that's it.
Great, great. QRS has the key in the end. So how one should use this quick revision session?
Like the QRS, we can for my session, um, around 20 days before the QRS session happened, and then after that, we can use it every day, 2 hours or 3 hours. We can just go through the pages, and the book has a lot of images, and we can go through the images. And I used to read the QRS notes last 2 days, and then during the night before the exam.
Good,
That's
good, good.
how I used it.
Okay, Dr. Sana Qureshi, how many revisions you did and how QRS played a role?
So 3 revisions I did.
Okay. And what about
And
the quick revision session?
and quick revision session, it was before 20 days.
Okay.
So every day I used to do 1 hour or 1.5 hour of QRS.
Great.
Daily I used to do it. And last 2 days I just did QRS.
Okay. Great.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Over to Dr. Hari Darshani.
Sir,
Yes.
sir,
So,
I did 4 revisions during this attempt.
okay.
And QRS plays a major role because it covers overall 12 to 13 subjects. Literally 15 subjects they cover. So before examination, last 5 days, I did only QRS session and your integrated notes and FMG essential mock test solutions. That's it, sir.
Great, great, great. So that is the key. So it was very nice to have you guys here. So what will be your final advice to the upcoming aspirants? How they should prepare? What are the strategies they should follow? Just conclude it in a way. First to Dr. Manaval.
So for the upcoming attempts, there will be stress and there will be expectations on us, and we should not mind on that, and we should only focus on our GTs and our preparations. Whatever we prepare, we have to revise it. That's the main thing.
Exactly.
So prepare precisely and revise everything you prepare, and we can do it.
Exactly. Great, good. Over to Dr. Sana Qureshi. What will be your final conclusion to the upcoming aspirants who are preparing for June 2025? Because there will be people out there who were not able to make it this time. So right now they will be anxious. So eventually they will be following some strategies. So what will be your view on this?
So one should be confident enough. Confidence. Second is consistency.
Yes, true.
And third is revision. And we should not leave subject, we'll give it like tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. We should not do this.
Okay.
जो आज पढ़ाया जा रहा है आज ही आप पढ़ के उसको कंप्लीट करो.
Exactly. Don't keep it for tomorrow.
No. So, and revision is the key.
Exactly. Revisions is the key for sure.
Yes, sir.
Good.
And my third advice will be take AFMG.
Exactly. Thank you. We are glad that we are a part of your success. So
Yes.
we are always there for you guys, whether that was Dr. Omkar, Dr. Vikas, me, all the faculties, our non-teaching staff, Maheshji, everyone was there always to lift
Yes,
you
sir.
up. It's not only the teachers who help, it's the other staff as well who play all the, it's all the teamwork we did. Okay. And eventually when you guys pass the exam, it's not basically your exam, it's our exam. The way you are stressed, the same way we are stressed, because we are putting up our efforts, we are putting up our time so that you guys should qualify the exam. So Dr. Haridarshini, what will be your final advice to the repeaters who are stuck between 145 to 149, and how motivated they should remain during this journey?
Okay, if a guy chooses one source, trust the source, and you don't jump in this source or that source. So trust the same source till the exam. So, and keep solving the MCQs for a daily and also start the process of studying from initial time. After the classes getting over subject, you want to revise according to the MCQs also. Everything want to same consistency. And actually, main thing is do the revision. Revision is the main key. As doctor said, the revision is the main key. And give more GTs and solve many MCQs day by day, because MCQs will boost up your portions, what kind of portions you want to lag and what you prepare again and again. So
Exactly.
do the thing consistency and don't change the source. And and I want to tell one thing: don't be down during the study, because if you feel down, be speak to yourself that you will
Exactly.
one day you will do this. So speak to yourself more, and finally you will be confident and trust the source. That's the main thing.
Thank you. Thank you. So guys, I'm really thankful to you all three out there. You shared your strategies, you shared your success stories, that how exactly you managed these last 5 months. Obviously, it was very stressful. You never know, because the exam percentage is very low, but you stick to the same source. Trust your source, trust your faculties, and revisions are the key. And followed by that, continue grant tests. And more important, it's not only that you attempt those grant tests. What is important, you review those grant tests, and moreover, be confident. Okay. And once again, I convey my greetings to your family as well, that you finally are the doctors. And I will again say, this is not the end. Okay. This was just the beginning in the country. Okay. We have studied from the foreign countries. We entered in. Now you are a particularly licensed doctor in the country. This is not the end. We have a long way to go. Go for the NEET PG, then the super specialty, and be unstoppable. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you for being in the interview.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.